And now here comes the blitz. Robinson beats it straight up the gut. Inside the 30 to the 20 to the 10. 5. Bryce Robinson scampers to the end zone from 45 yards out. Touchdown, Prosper. Vision one to the right. And now Wise looking to hand off. Lopez with tons of running room inside the 10. Bounces it outside. Welcome to varsity football, Jared Lopez. The sophomore scores on a 21-yard touchdown run. Off looking to throw to the right quickly. He gets it into the hands of Boozer. Boozer makes one move, and he is down the right sideline to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Only one man can get him, and it's Thompson Bennett, and he's not going to get him. And it looks like Boozer may have come up a little lame there at the end of the play, but he scores on a monster touchdown. You can see here he is favoring defense. Back to pass. Lots of time, firing over the middle. That pass caught by McCoy. McCoy cuts, misses inside the 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Prosper, as they double up Westlake. Here comes the rush. He steps up, fires downfield, has Lawson Grimes, and it's intercepted. Intercepted, and Grimes makes the play. Immaculate half of football here. Has the snap on the play action. Here comes the rush. Fires over the middle. Latchley makes the catch inside the 10 to the 5. Turns the corner and into the end zone. Touchdown, Latchley. Touchdown, Prosper. They hand it off to Sebastian and Alt, who gets the first down and will not be denied. Lunges his way to the end zone. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Seabass in for 6. Touchdown, Westlake. Looking to throw. Here comes the rush. He is stopped in the end zone. Got to find a way to get it out. He was outside the tackle box. That's a great job. So this should be a safety. I don't know. I'm not sure why it's not. Why it wasn't called immediately. But now the officials get to in his first game. And now Wise looking to sweep to the left. Cuts it back. Stays on his feet. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Reese Wise. Wise with a rushing touchdown. His first of the season. And Westlake has scored. Touchdown, Chaparral. Everybody else stacked in tight. Looking to roll the pocket that direction. Still looking to throw. Fires to the back of the end zone. 2-point conversion. Caught. And down in 3. Westlake's got to stop him. Here's the handoff. And with that, it looks like the game will be over as Robinson, with an extra couple of blockers, picks up the necessary yardage. The clock will stop with 41 seconds. Now, 12 seconds remain. And the victory formation. And Prosper cannot believe it. They have just defeated the Westlake Chaparrals, first team to do it since South Lake Carroll in 2014 in their opener.
Week 1 of Texas high school football has just started, and wow, what a first week it's been. I mean, 6A number 5 North Shore lost to 5A South Oak Cliffs. Walkall Heath came back after halftime down 17-35 and won against Highland Park 52-49. Dripping Springs knocked out number 3 Vandergrift 41-14, and North Crowley had a near scare against Lancaster. And to mention a little college ball, number 8 Alabama lost to Florida State 31-17, and number 1 Texas lost to number 3 Ohio State. It has already been a crazy week for football fans, but if you live in Austin, perhaps the craziest one is the former 6A D1 state runner-ups, number 4 Westlake getting upsetted by number 21 Prosper in their season opener. 4-time state champions Austin Westlake were just coming off their loss to North Crowley in somewhat impressive scrimmage against Cedar Park, ready to go 1-0 like last year. But Prosper's QB, Brandon Emhoff, and his Eagle offense came swinging with 334 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. The running back Bryce Robinson added 159 yards on the ground with 1 score to give the Eagles a comfy 27-7 lead at halftime. And the stats don't stop there, as Prosper's Dallas Boozer had 120 yards receiving, including a 78-yard dot. But Westlake still had some fight in them, with Old Miss commit Reese Wise being held to only 38 passing yards. He had to rally his team and lead them back, and he did, with a score on the ground to Sebastian Hinault and 1 touchdown and 2-point conversion by Reese Wise himself to put the Chaps close 22-29. But they were unable to get it, so the question today is, will Westlake be able to go back to the state title this year? Well, short answer, yes. Let's go back to last year. Westlake was coming off a second semifinal loss to North Shore after Reese Wise threw a pick to seal the game, and now they were on the hunt back. They opened with a number 15 ranked Prosper and won 35-14. They then ran over San Benito 63-7, and then had a real team to play, number 9 Atascocita versus number 4 Austin Westlake.
How about this matchup here? Rolling to the left, Wise going to run it himself at the 5, into the end zone, touchdown Westlake, the jumbo package. And the Chaparrals are on the board as they draw first blood. 6-yard line, here's 4th down. Looking to throw, and throws quickly. That pass caught by Blaylock. Blaylock into the end zone, touchdown. Broderick Malone. Thought it was Blaylock there for a moment as he was running kind of that seam to the outside. Again to Cal Livingood. On 2nd and 9, they're going to throw it. Livingood tossing to Justice Johnson. Johnson makes the catch. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Westlake.
Denham Collins, and he has been great so far.
They dish it out to the far sideline. This pass caught. Now getting away down the sideline. 45, 50, 40, 30, 20. Forget about it. 10, 5, touchdown. You're not catching that, man. That is a touchdown for Atascocita, and C.J. Toney with his 3rd touchdown in as many ball games. There's the speed. You have to be able to tackle on the outside, or C.J. Toney is going to make you pay, and he just did. Answer received by the Atascocita Eagles on an explosive play. Yarder, good snap, good hold, and it is up and good. And now looking back, firing down the middle, Lawson Grimes is open, he makes the catch, touchdown Westlake! Lawson Grimes with a big catch over the middle, and Westlake adds a touchdown here to reclaim the lead. Wow, a gain of 43 yards, and Wise able to find Lawson Grimes as he got a step.
For both teams.
2nd down and 8 after the gain of 2. Mack looking to throw. The southpaw going over the middle. This pass is caught for a touchdown. Broderick Malone again got behind the defense. Perfect throw from Mack. Touchdown Atascocita. 36. Wise back to pass, looking to throw, has time, fires downfield. This one intercepted by Atascocita, and it's Jason Jenkins. Now C.J. Toney going in motion and stopping at the halfback position. The handoff goes to Blaylock. He goes absolutely nowhere, loses the ball momentarily. The ball hops back up. Somehow it's recovered. Mack off to the races inside the 30, down to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown. You gotta be kidding me. The ball just hopping up into Mack, and he races forward for a touchdown. Man, when the bounces don't go Westlake's way, and now another player at the 30-yard line, a little tough to get up, and that's Elliott Shopper. He looks to be okay. Going in motion to the right, now Wise back to pass, looking to throw. Fires downfield into double coverage, has a man. This pass is intercepted. What an amazing play by Atascocita's corner, Tavon Bolden Jr. His 2nd pick of the season. He had one last week. He comes up with another one, and that's the 3rd interception for Atascocita tonight. It's out of it, going for it on 4th down. Fires towards the end zone. This one is it caught? I haven't seen a reaction. It looks like it's been caught for a touchdown. Oh my. On 4th down, Atascocita with room to gamble. They come out of the timeout, and Carde Mack has come up with, once again, more magic. On 4th down, they go for it and score. Touchdown, Atascocita. It's Kyron Pate that there didn't think Pate come up with it. And now on the bobbled snap, going to roll with it, trying to throw to the end zone. Everything working for Atascocita as the pass is caught for the 2-point conversion by Fabian Early. Folks, it's just not Westlake's night. Even when there is a mishap, somehow Atascocita able to come up with positive out of a negative. Night. So it'll be a showdown for a district title, hopefully, for both of those teams. And now Wise flushed out of the pocket on 4th down, going to advance the ball back out to the 39-yard line. It's nowhere close to a first down. And the Chaparrals are going to turn the ball over on downs for the final minute. And hats off to Atascocita. They have come in and played better football in the second half. They have forced 4 turnovers, as the coaching staff next to us here in the press box just absolutely fired up. They know what this win means for their program, a program that has taken it on the chin. But now, how about this for back-to-back wins? You go on the road, which is not that big of a road trip, but you go on the road to Legacy Stadium and you beat Katy. You come on the road to Austin and you beat Westlake. Not a bad resume entry here for the 2024 campaign for the Atascocita Eagles.
Now, Atascocita has never made a state title appearance, and once you look at their schedule, you can see why. I mean, they came close to upsetting North Shore for the first time in years if it wasn't for this lucky catch by them. Needless to say, this year they looked unstoppable and looked like a solid group, but that wasn't until they beat Westlake at home. The game just wasn't for Westlake. Even when things went wrong for Atascocita, they made them right, handing Westlake their first home loss in 8 years. And on top of that, they opened against number 9 Cibolo Steel in the following week.
It'll be a 26-yard field goal attempt. Snap is down. It is up, and the kick is good. For his first field goal. Snap is down from Helms out of the hold, and this one is up and good. So with one, now looking to run the ball with Hatton. Hatton able to get inside, busts it out to the seam, picks up speed across midfield, down to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jonathan Hatton. Out, good snap by Helms, good hold by Bartlett, and Nolan nails it through for his second made field goal of the night. Snap, the handoff goes to Bartlett, straight up the gut, Bartlett into the end zone, touchdown Westlake. Here, and now Wise going to try to bounce it out, looks left, looks right, goes towards the goal line, he got in, touchdown Reese Wise, touchdown Westlake. 2-yard touchdown run, his second of the season, and Westlake is in for 6. The throw, firing left, that pass caught, wide open at the 5, now trying to angle towards the corner, he gets in, does Brody Wilhelm. Wilhelm started on the interior route towards the post, made the catch, spun out of the route, ran to the corner, poked the ball out, touchdown Westlake. They're coming out of the timeout, 3rd and 5. Grady Bartlett takes the handoff, Bartlett cuts it into the end zone, touchdown Westlake. A 10-yard touchdown run by Grady Bartlett, his second of the night, touchdown Chaparral. 1 unanswered points for Westlake. Warner back to throw, looking to dump it off, good screen, Capel in space, inside the 15, angles towards the sideline, he's into the end zone, touchdown Capel. Royal Capel looking like a king as he heads into the end zone, touchdown. Wise looking to take it in himself, lowers his shoulder, lunges into the end zone, touchdown Reese Wise, his second rushing touchdown of the night, the 4th rushing touchdown of the evening, and just like that, power on power, and Westlake wins again in the short yardage with a 1-yard plunge.
And they rolled them 41-16. After that game, Westlake was back in action, smoothing past district play with the only interesting game being Lake Travis, and even then, a pick 6 and a punt return later, the Chaps came out on top. They'd open up playoffs with a good win against Vista Ridge, even though the score doesn't tell the story of the first half. An impressive win at Burger Stadium against S.A. Brennan, another blowout win against Buda Johnson, beating Lake Travis again, with Lake Travis's quarterback Chasten Ditta throwing an interception to seal the game for the Chaps. Then came the big one, the hunch they never couldn't get over the past 2-3 years, North Shore. Westlake had to get past the Mustangs, who had a way harder schedule and was on a perfect 14-0 win streak prior to the game. It started with a Westlake punt, then a North Shore field goal, but Westlake ran away with it 35-10.
On the board first. And he's able to do just that, driving it through. And so North Shore does strike first, a scoring drop. And they go quickly, as Ted mentioned, and that is breaking free. Forget about this one. Eli Clark, 51 yards to the house to put Westlake in front. Second down and 10 from the Mustang 37. Wise to the air on the slant, and there's Bowen. He'll take it home for the touchdown. 37 yards to Chase Bowen, who's had 2 huge catches here in the first quarter for Westlake. Wise, RPO, and there is the pass option, the catch, and the touchdown to Cash Robin. And Bailey to throw. This is a dangerous play, but is it a touchdown? It is. Touchdown. Catch made, the run by Farrakhan, and he takes it into the end zone, a 9-yard catch in the score. Call as the clock is under 5 seconds, but he has it, and he's going to run it on 3rd down, and he'll be slowed down and stopped. Again, the Westlake is still driving forward, but it's a little bit short of the first down. They have converted their only 4th down opportunity. That was on the touchdown drive in the first half. They'll go for it here, and they'll come away empty-handed. Wow. Bo Massengale. That lead again. Out to 3 scores. And again, the RPO wide open. Touchdown. In to Grady Bartlett out of the backfield. One play, 19 yards. Second down and goal. Here's Wise on the keeper himself. Wise to the goal line, and he's across for the Westlake touchdown. Reese Wise has continued to engineer this Chaparral attack.
And they'll have some pieces to replace, including a star-studded wide receiver core. But North Shore ain't going anywhere. But they are on the wrong end of it tonight as another stop for this Westlake defense.
Yep, Westlake's defense does it throughout the course of the day. And Westlake's defense, of course, is keyed by the man in the middle, the senior linebacker, Elliott Shoppin. Losses today by the Westlake defense. This is going to be the final play of the game. And Westlake is going to be able to celebrate this trip to the state title round. You see Reese Wise there. And
one half of the bracket was emphatically filled with the game across being Duncanville versus North Crowley, and North Crowley came out on top with the win 36-34. The Chops will play the Panthers in the 6A D1 state title, the biggest game in all of Texas with national championship ranking implications. And well, it didn't go so well.
North Crowley didn't have to travel far, trying to make Fort Worth football history here tonight. Austin Westlake is here for a 12th time, one of the legendary programs in the state. They're going for title number 5. 2 surprise semifinal winners will decide the Class 6A Division I state championship.
He's the guy that's going to stir the drink of this North Crowley football team.
Cornelius Warren, who salted the game away against Duncanville last week. The running back, flea flicker on the first play. Jimerson to Gibson to the sideline. Now cutting it back. A dream start for North Crowley. 75 yards and a touchdown. The handoff to Bartlett, and he hops in for the touchdown. Westlake
For North Crowley.
And what a job to layer that throw over Clark. Now Jimerson on the keeper, and Jimerson bolts ahead. Jimerson inside the 10. That's a touchdown from 44 yards. Panthers back in front. Jimerson all alone in the gun. The screen for Gibson. Through the tunnel. Quentin Gibson has a first down. Gibson to the pylon. It's another touchdown. Quentin Gibson is pure electricity.
There's nobody deep in the middle of the field. He's going to touch him.
Jimerson fires to Bray on the angle route out of the backfield. Bray with a lot of room. And it's another touchdown for North Crowley. 44 yards. Second and goal. Bray breaks a tackle. Bray to the edge. Bray lowering the shoulder. And he's ruled out inside the 1. From the 1. Bray is in. His second touchdown. Linebacker going to Texas. First down, Bartlett. And Bartlett with a good run.
Hey there.
All the way to the goal line. He stopped inches short. A 25-yard burst for Grady Bartlett, no doubt. First and goal. Wise punctuates the drive with a touchdown.
It was the state championship game. Today, Dennis, his father, walked up to his son Eli and said, "Hey, I brought you the same sheet that you brought me years ago."
Well, he drew this up for Cornelius Warren. Warren, burning rubber to the end zone for another North Crowley touchdown. Reinhardt's offense operating at full capacity. 1 for 2 here. Jimerson the pitch, Warren the throw, and a wide open man is Cameron Boyd for the 2-point conversion. Bartlett the back, trying to set the clearing block for Reese Wise, who tumbles in for the touchdown.
Scissors fingers with Chris Jimerson. Just throw it out to Q.
Jimerson to Q, and Gibson has it The hat trick for Quentin Gibson. The fourth touchdown pass by Jimerson. The celebration is on for North Crowley.
Westlake would lose 50-21. The Westlake secondary had mid speed, but nothing like that. The Chaps left disappointed, and all of Austin felt a hole inside of them as Vandergrift just had won their 6A D2 state title, the game against Southlake Carroll, which was the game prior. So why do I think Westlake can make it back to the state title when they prove to always be close but not a quite team? Well, one word: location. Austin isn't as known for its football teams as Dallas is. Just Westlake, Lake Travis, Vandergrift, occasionally Cedar Park and Dripping Springs when they don't have off years, and a few 5A teams. But people now move schools for their kids to play ball. We see it all the time. It's why North Shore got upsetted by South Oak Cliffs. It's why Katy got upsetted in their opener in 2019. For those who don't know, Katy, Judson, and them, they ran Texas high school football in the 90s and 2000s. Now, parents move their kids to those areas just to play for those teams. It got too overpopulated. The district was forced to build more schools, and those kids got to spread out and find other opportunities. The same thing is happening to North Shore. The kids are getting spread out because of zoning, and kids are finding other opportunities at schools like DeSoto, Duncanville, North Crowley, etc. The area there is loaded, but the same can't be said about Westlake. Westlake is one of the most expensive places to live in all of Texas, next to Highland Park and Southlake Carroll. Again, in the more populated Dallas area, and not everyone can afford it. The only other school in the area is Lake Travis, so with only 2 options for high school football for a chance to go all the way to the state title, I think Westlake will always continue to get great talent and hire great coaches and will find their way back to the state title. Their season is by far not over, just like North Crowley, who people are writing off due to their showing against Lancaster, just like North Shore, who people are also writing off because their loss against South Oak Cliffs, just like every team that's ever lost a game once in a season. I'm not saying that these teams will go on to be perfect or win the state title, of course. It takes a lot of hard work and effort and discipline to do that, and the season opener doesn't always tell the full story, but there's definitely improvements and changes that can be made early on to get this stuff out of the way before district play, which is all that matters in Texas high school football. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, I will have more videos like this coming, like the Rockwall Highland Park game. But for now, please like and subscribe, follow on Patreon for free, get news articles, updates, and ad-free viewing. All of that for free on Patreon, so go over there and follow. But I'll see you guys next time. Take care.